Game of real or fake. I think this is probably gonna be something that we do a little bit more often on the show. You know, new year, new show. Just kidding. Uh,
Hope so.
all right. So we're gonna play who's real, who's fake for the top 8 teams in the league, and we have number one, the Milwaukee Bucks at 27-10 with the best record in the league. So what do you guys think? Real or fake?
Real.
I'm gonna go with real on that one.
All right. I'm gonna have to be the bearer of bad news. I
Oh my
think fake.
goodness. This dude always want to be different, man.
You said fake. All right.
I
All
think
right.
fake. I think fake.
It is. It is what it is, man. If you think it's fake, it's fake. I guess.
I guess.
No, I'll tell you why I think fake.
All right.
Giannis doing Giannis things is very Giannis. This makes sense. Last year, for what the first 4 months, we all thought Giannis was going to be MVP, and then Giannis got real quiet.
It was less than 4 months, by the way.
Okay, even less than 4 months. Make it better for me. And then he just everything got real quiet for him. I don't think the same thing's going to happen this year, but outside of him getting to the basket automatically, he has pretty much done nothing to improve the rest of his game. Um, he's extended his range a little bit in the mid range, but when the playoffs come and people start tying that up, what else does he have?
I
Here's the thing, though. He has
I've
shooters.
seen him hit
He has
three
shooters.
threes this season, which is cool, but that's one thing that you kind of have to need just to shake up everything else. When they start clogging up that paint, I think we
I don't.
may be looking at a completely different team.
Real quick, let me say this real quick though. When it
Was
comes
it-
to the Bucks, and this is why I don't say they're fake. Levi might agree with me or disagree with me. I'm not quite sure. I don't say they're fake because one, Giannis doesn't need a 3 point shot. Giannis needed a mid range shot, and his mid range shot has been better this year than it has been his whole entire career, and that's like not even like a question, right?
right.
Um, Also, the scheme and the system of the whole team in general is different this year than it has been the rest of the years. So like this year they're playing a more spread off offense. So Giannis can do whatever he needs. But then if people wanted to, no one can see it in front of Giannis 1 on 1. But if people
Man, let's try
collapse,
double team.
yes, the people collapse and double, kick out, kick out. That's why Brooke and they got legitimate good 3 point shooters. Brooke Lopez over here might be comeback player of the year, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right?
That's
So
chop.
like so like they have legitimately good pieces in a good system that's not just predicated on a flex and Giannis doing things in a clogged up paint. You know what I mean? Giannis brings the ball down court and all of a sudden, boom, he can drive or he can kick or he can hit the mid range, something that Ben Simmons needs to desperately figure out right now. Right? So like that's why I say that they're not because it's not just all on how good has Giannis become. It's also predicated on how good and useful this whole entire system of the Milwaukee Bucks this year has looked and has become itself.
Look, that is true for the most part. Because when it, let's say, for the for the most part, you only go as far as your star takes you, and Giannis can take you very far. And I get the whole scheme of everything, but there's only been, as far as I can remember, there's only been one team that didn't have a designated star, and that's the Detroit Pistons that won a championship. Outside of that, I don't know if they have everybody else. We hope Chris Middleton is able to just be a Chris Middleton, give you 20 points a game. Eric Bledsoe does a little bit of something. Malcolm Brogdon is solid. And of course, your boy Brooke Lopez continues to be the shooter that we're all seeing. But I think he just still needs that jump shot. I just pulled up like all of his shooting splits from by distance on basketball reference. Um, from the 2 point, he's shooting 66%. 0 3 feet, seven, almost 80%. 3 to 10 feet, major drop off, 31%. And then mid range, 10 to 16 feet, 36%. And then mid range, 42%, 3-point, 15%.
So I think it's just like Ben Simmons, right? Ben Simmons refuses to take those jump shots, right? Like we've all seen, he didn't take them. And we've seen the results of what happened when he doesn't take those. But I think the fact that Giannis is even taking those and making a
Not
decent,
even a third. Not even a third in some cases.
but like but like that's still a threat a little bit though. You know what I mean? It's more of a threat than like him not shooting it at all. Um, and you got to get up on him because more than likely those mid ranges that he's missing, they're like up in him because he's so close to the rim. Because if you drop farther back, he's gonna dunk on you or Euro step around you because he's with those extendo arms. You know what I mean? So like just the way that like him being able to stretch the floor even a little bit is so useful to the scheme that they have as an organization, as a team, that I think that this can't be fake. Now, will they get beat by a better team? Yeah, they will get beat by a better team. But are they fake? No.
Okay. I'll let you have that.
Can we agree that they're playing better than the Celtics right now?
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
Yes.
All right. Say no more.
All right.
You feels me? Oh.
Cut that out, Levi. All right. So, go back to this list. Oh, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All in the, it's all in the, it's nasty. All right. Number 2 at 28-12, Toronto Raptors. Real or fake?
Real.
Real. Definitely real.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on real. Yeah. I've already got them locked for the Eastern Conference Finals, and then it's really just up to Kawhi to push them over the edge and take them to the finals because there's nothing anybody can do against them at this point. It's it's a done deal.
Yeah, they're overall just solid team, man.
Yeah.
They had a lot of versatility on their team, man. It's just crazy. It's just nuts.
Yeah,
Really
guys
good
like
team. That's all I gotta say about that.
yeah, guys like Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, he's on the come up, low key. He's on the come up, man.
Yeah,
Watch out.
I've seen people talking about him since last season. And I was like, oh, whatever. They don't know what they're talking about. And now I'm like, okay, he kind of nice. All right. So, random question, but it pertains to what we're talking about, so it's not that random. Would you guys be willing to bet that Milwaukee and Toronto are going to be in the Eastern Conference?
I don't know about that one.
Bro, it's really hard for me to say.
Because I got Philadelphia up there too. So I don't know. That's tough, man.
Jimmy Butler is a toxic individual, so I doubt that they'll be in there.
I wouldn't say he's a toxic individual.
Yes, he is. He's a cancer to
not
locker
for
room.
Philadelphia. He fits perfect.
He's a cancer to locker room.
Hey, you didn't hear about what happened yesterday, Levi. Clearly.
What did he do yesterday?
Him and whatchamacallit had some words. Him and Brett Brown.
Oh, Brett Brown?
Yeah, about basically the all-stars on that team getting more touches. But the way they made the headline seem was a little bit more aggressive than just, hey, I think you should drop these plays, bro. I think it was more of a, hey, I want the ball.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't know he was on that.
I think Jimmy Butler is the 2019 version of T.O.
Man, he's starting to sound like it. I didn't even know about that.
Both, yeah, you a little wild. I think T.O.'s a little far, but I see where you're going with this.
I mean, dude has not proven himself to be a good locker room person whatsoever.
It's true.
Like if you were higher up in the organization, you're probably just like, yeah, we got a good player, but man, he annoying. like he really thinks that he's Michael. he thinks he Kobe. He thinks he's LeBron. Like that's good to have a mindset on the court sometimes, but sometimes you gotta know your place, dog. You know what I mean?
I was thinking that the other day. I would think because of where he came from that he would be more. It
Humble.
would seem like he would be more humble. But then I started thinking, I was like, if you came from nobody believing in you to being an all-star in a matter of like 3 years, I think you would talk your stuff too, bro. I personally would. You wouldn't I don't think I would ever tell a coach I need more touches, but trust me, everybody would hear about it, bro.
I
I'm
mean,
not that good at what I do now, and everybody hear. You
Jimmy
you don't hear about it if you talk to
man,
me. What'd you
Jimmy
say?
Butler, Jimmy Butler's just weird. He makes like contradictory statements. Like Jimmy Butler gives me a headache, so I can't imagine like a higher up in the organization for him. Um, he's kind of just a weird guy.
First,
He's not just a weird guy. Like I don't know. Jimmy Butler is. I'm telling you, man, he's the best number three option who swears the number one option, but like that could be the detriment. That could be the downfall of him never getting a championship. To tell you the truth. Um, but yeah, no, I would never want Jimmy Butler in my locker room.
Yeah. I think in like 2 to 3 years, if we see like a slight decline in Jimmy Butler, especially if he's on a good team, that'll be when they really start to win.
He's going to get a slight decline because in all actuality, he's not. What I was saying, he's not that good. Like he's good, but he's not that. He's like okay, so like literally, Paul George is a poor man's version of Kawhi, and Jimmy Butler's a poor man version of
hold
Paul
on. Wait a
George.
minute. You said Paul George is what?
A poor man versions of Kawhi, and Jimmy Butler is a poor man version of Paul George. They all of these two-way players who are fantastic at doing like the basic moves, the fundamental moves and like getting buckets off that, but having a little finesse to the game too. But when you're the third tier of you of your position in the NBA, like man, who do you think you are? Like relax, man. It's just like I don't know. Like he's going to decline. No, he's not LeBron. You know what I mean? He's going to decline and probably in a much faster rate. 'Cause how old is he?
I think he's
Probably
30.
almost 30. He's probably almost 30. To be
I
honest
Because
with
he,
you.
think
he went to community college first, then he went to Marquette, right?
Yep. Community college, then Marquette for 2. Yeah, Jimmy Butler is 29.
He's 29, so he's
Yeah.
almost 30. How many
Yeah.
more years can you give him?
Give him
I
4.
gave him 2 to 3.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
gonna give him two. I'm gonna give him 2 to 3 also to be at this level. Because once you decline from this level, no one's gonna want you, man. Especially with the way he's doing things. You know what I mean? No one's gonna want you. So I don't know if he'll ever get. I don't know if he'll ever get a championship, like at all, because he's not cool, calm, and relaxed. He's like a quote unquote dog, but in not a good way, because he's not good enough to be as much of a dog as he is.
hey, I got a question for y'all. Did he sit out the game against Phoenix, which was their last game,
I'm not
or
sure. I'm not sure.
because I he has no stats, so I'm just wondering if he sat out or was that a DNP?
Ooh, I'm not sure, but if he did, that's hilarious. Well, I'm not like haha, because I do want him to like have a job because black men need jobs.
Oh no,
But
he's not gonna not have a job, bro. Even if
oh,
he has to go back to the
if
Bulls, he's gonna
things
have a
things
job.
this way, if they stick to this way, he might be looked at as mellow, but bad, but
Stop,
like a worse version of mellow.
stop,
I wouldn't say that
stop.
either. That's a
If
little
things keep
harsh.
going this way, name one locker room he's been in where there hasn't been a story about him doing
So can
nonsense.
he play? Can he play?
Doesn't
That's,
matter.
can
Yes,
he
it
play?
does matter,
No,
Can
it
he play,
no, it
man?
doesn't.
bro. People
No,
put
no,
up
no,
with you.
brother.
You
For
can
you, for you
play.
to be like, can he play? You've got to be better than what he is. For that to be the excuse, can he play though? I get that for some people, but to be at the skill of a Jimmy Butler, I don't think you could say that for him.
You mean to tell me a clutch 20 point per game scorer that can play pretty good
Oh my
defense,
gosh, man. Are you talking about clutch because those first two games? Or are you talking about clutch overall?
bro? He's been pretty clutch, like
Yeah,
his
throughout his
entire
whole
career.
His entire career has been pretty
career,
clutch.
yeah, he has been clutch.
Yes,
I'll
Okay,
give that to Allen.
okay, okay. Whatever you say. I don't think he has, but that's to each his own. We must be watching different games, but like he, I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of Jimmy Butler because I just think he thinks he's better than what he is, and he thinks he gets those perks of being better than what he is, but he's not that good. So like, why? When I say not that good, I mean like not that good in the context of what he thinks he is.
Well, Philly is lower on this list, so we already know your answer for real or fake. But let's go ahead and move on to the next team. Denver Nuggets. Real or fake? Let's hear it.
Real.
I'm gonna go with fake, man.
I gotta go
I'm
with
not
fake too, Levi.
for now. Just for now, man.
Yeah, I gotta see more. This
Yeah,
is
because they're not a proven commodity yet, so I
yeah,
can't say anything.
I do think. My bad. I think that they're just one of those really good really good role playing teams that has a lot of good role players that know exactly what they do with one person that is with them being Yancic that just knows how to run the offense. I think this is what they are. I don't think those teams are necessarily fake. I think those teams are just I think those teams are just like you know what you're going to get, and they're going to be a playoff team every year until next year when they hopefully get Michael Porter Jr. back. Then it's going to set them over the top.
yeah. I think the only thing that scares me about this team, and the reason why I'm saying fake, is because of everybody on their team, they have one, two, four guys that have playoff experience. Everybody else, this will be their first time. And there's not trying to knock you on having an experience. I'm okay with you not having experience. But it's really hard for me to believe, especially when I think you'll be going against a very savvy veteran team that even if you win that next round in the West, that's brutal. And I don't think you're getting past that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're playing better than their rank because they are number one in the West. But yeah, what they have going on, I don't know if that's transferring to the playoffs that
But
way.
also, the West isn't as good as it once was. So, even if they weren't a one seed, or if they are going to be a one seed, I can see them being like a
I just think it's jam
third,
packed.
fourth seed.
Yeah. Actually, I think the West. I see why people say the West isn't what it used to be, because the top isn't as scary as the top used to be. But the fact that 1 through 12 is only separated by a couple games, that's ridiculous. That means there's a lot of middleweight teams, and those middleweight teams would be playoff teams in the East. And we've been saying that for decades, and that is
The
still true.
West, the West has turned into the East, and the
Oh, you
East has
sleep.
turned into the West.
You
Nah,
sleep.
I'll say it's
You
more
sleep.
competitive this year.
I know.
Yeah.
I think the West has turned into the East, and the East turned to the West. The
Okay, I
East
wouldn't
is
say
much
that. I wouldn't say
to
that
be
so
for
quickly.
you to be a great player or a great team in the East is way more difficult than this in the West now. And
I can't agree with you on that one.
especially if Kevin Durant leaves, the whole
Yeah, but
whole
we're
dynamic
talking about today though.
this whole the whole dy- But I think honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that's one of the reasons LeBron left and went to the West because he saw the shift he saw the shift happening, and he went to the West because the West is gonna be easier to get to the finals than it is gonna be in the East in the future.
You're sleep.
What?
No,
I can't even
I
I
Where
can't
really
did
even
you
put
come
you on
up
that.
with this?
I
I
really
think
don't. I really do think so. Listen to this. Listen to this. So the top teams in the East. So let's say Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant. Every team that's been like, oh, we want Kevin Durant. They've all been Eastern Conference teams, right? And apparently one of the higher teams, the Knicks, right? So let's say you got in the future, you got the Celtics, the 76ers, the Bucks, and the Knicks, who are gonna have Porzingis, who could have, depending on where Durant goes, Porzingis. They could have Durant and maybe Kyrie, depending on what happens with the whole, all the people that have it in Boston. And in the West, if Kevin Durant leaves, everyone's beatable. Like everyone's beatable. because if Kevin Durant leaves, Golden State's beatable because you clearly see the downfall of Draymond.
Oh yeah.
But then after that, you have Steph Curry in a Steph Curry Klay Thompson team is beatable. Just them is beatable, especially if he tries to get Anthony Davis to the Lakers. You know what I mean? And I think that LeBron, in not necessarily just LeBron, but his people foresaw this happening, and that's why they went to the West. And one of the reasons they went to the West because they saw the shift. And LeBron, if he wants to get another championship and be considered up there with 6 or whatever it is, um, or 5, I don't know how many rings he got actually, but he wants to get more rings. He needs to get to more finals, and the path to getting to the finals in the future is going to be easier in the West than it was in the East, or is going to be in the East.
Okay, I agree with you on that logic that the top is going to be heavier in the East, especially if Kawhi Leonard stays with the Raptors. If he doesn't, it gets a little bit lighter. Because if you're talking about today, the playoff teams right now, if we were going in the postseason, would be Milwaukee at number 1, Toronto at 2, Pacers at 3, 76ers at 4, Celtics at 5, um, Heat at 6, Hornets at 7, and the Brooklyn Nets at 8. Now, if you told me I was a 1 through 3 seed, I'd be happy. I would pencil in my trip to the second round already. Because the Heat ain't it, Hornets ain't it, Nets super not it. So I'm not really concerned there. But if we look at the West, if you're a top 3 seed, you got to play the Spurs. Spurs aren't what they used to be, but they still got some punchers. Blazers, not all they cracked up to be, but you got to have
Choke
some good
every
guard
year.
play.
Choke every year. Continue.
Yeah. And then number 8 is the Lakers. And chances
Okay.
are they're not going to be number 8 for long, considering they have.
Yeah.
So,
They have a
Okay.
team.
but
Continue.
I see what you're talking about on like the heaviness switching in
Yeah.
the future. I
It's
can agree
just
with you on that.
I just think we're just mid shift. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're in the middle. We're 50% through it, and then next year we're gonna see it really shift. You'd be like, oh man. And LeBron's gonna, if depending on who he gets in free agency, he's gonna end up going back to he's gonna end up going back to the finals, except with somebody else, unless these injuries start to linger. You know what I mean? Because he is getting older, so injuries linger a lot more, and it's a groin injury, so you know.
Yeah, bro. But again, that all hinges on 3 players, and that is Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, and your favorite player of all time, Jimmy Butler.
Shut up.
All right, let's go ahead and go to the number 4 spot, Indiana Pacers. Real or fake?
Fake.
Yeah, I'm going with fake on that one.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they're a good
Faker
team,
than a
but
product bag at a flea market, bro.
All right. So with us all agreeing on fake, we will need to talk about them.
Yeah, it's obvious. And Oklahoma City Thunder.
they're the
Number
real
5.
deal, man. For real. I'm gonna go with real now.
I say real too.
I'm a Oklahoma City fan, and it's tearing me apart.
Oh my gosh, Alan, why are you trying to be so
But
different?
I'm not trying to be different. There is a history thing that I always get trapped up in with Oklahoma City. I get uh, Russell Westbrook is kind of turning his play around where he can be a little bit more unselfish and is not hunting for anything. And Paul George is out here cooking people on the daily. Uh, Steven Adams is averaging double, looking like a almost all-star. We got a guy coming off the bench who could be a 6-man candidate. We actually have a bench that doesn't scare me when they come on the court. One of the best defenses in the league, but there's always something weird that happens between All-Star Weekend and that first round of the playoffs. So I am very scared for whatever happens, but I'm gonna have to say they real.
Oh, that's they're real. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that's for real. Oh my goodness.
Bro, I'm so on the fence, bro.
You extra.
So on the fence. I'm so on the fence. It's a 60-40 thing for me, bro.
You out on a diva.
Yeah, I'm a scared diva when it comes to OKC, bro. That's too much of my heart wrapped into one team,
I'm
bro.
gonna start calling you Real Housewife Allen. That's crazy, man.
Get out of here, princess. Don't try me, bro. All right. Okay, number 6, Golden State Warriors. Real or fake?
Oh my gosh, real.
Real.
I hate them. That's my
Oh,
answer to that, bro.
Because they're winning championship this year. You're right. You should.
Yeah, shut up. Real. Philadelphia 76ers, number 7, with a record of 25-14. We
Real.
got.
I'm gonna go real on that one.
Real.
I gotta go real too. There's just a lot of question marks.
Yeah, you're right.
Outside of their big three, there's a lot to be. There's a lot that they need to cover up. Um,
Definitely more shooting.
yeah, I actually they're top 4. Their top 4 is solid. Who's their point guard and not Ben Simmons? Like who's their starting 5?
Starting 5.
Yeah,
Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Jimmy Butler.
Chandler out there.
Yeah, Chandler is out there, and
Chandler Stark.
yeah, he is.
You sure it's not
And-
Robert Covington?
No, keep it from
No, he
Minnesota,
plays
man.
for. Yeah, he's in Minnesota.
Robert Covington?
Yes.
Yeah.
Him and Sarich went into Minnesota. And
JJ.
is JJ
Think
playing?
it's
Is JJ starting for them?
I think he's starting.
Yeah, he does start because it's called left. You're right.
He's
He
the
does
only
start
shooter
because,
on that team anyway.
Markel's gone.
Yeah. Well, he's not gone. He's injured.
He gone. He gonna get waived.
Wait, hold up.
As a rookie, come on, man. I never heard of that.
Watch.
Did you say Robert Covington got traded?
Yes.
Yeah, he's gone. He's in Minnesota.
When Jimmy Butler came there.
Yeah, that was the trade.
Oh snap, bruh! I thought I heard you say Memphis. I was like, he got traded again?
No, Minnesota loves him.
Oh yeah. Okay, my bad. I could have swore y'all said Memphis. I was like, wait, when did that happen? Oh.
All right, next, Alan. Come on.
Hold your horses. Just
I'm
enjoy the time we're spending together.
I just want some oatmeal, man.
Yeah, oatmeal not even good, bro.
You sleep.
Yeah, it's gross.
All right. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8 bands in my bank account. Hey.
and you're a loser. In number 8, Boston
Lakers.
Celtics.
Oh, dang, I was wrong.
23 wins, 15 losses. What we got?
Real.
I got
Come on.
fake until they figure out. I got fake until Gordon Hayward figure out how to come back and truly play, and when they completely figure out how to distribute minutes.
Gordon Hayward had 35 the other night.
Yeah, and the night before that, he had 0 points.
You really?
Yeah,
Hey, man. He's trying.
yeah,
But he's come off the bench, though. That's good.
I agree. But until they figure out what they're really trying to do, they get a fake tag. What about you, Levi?
I'll go real, but I do agree with you. What you're talking about. It's just I figured that they would figure it out.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I just need it to happen sooner than later so they can get a rhythm going. All right, and that is it for the real and fake topic this week. Hopefully we'll get another one next week.